Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song called Doin' What She Likes by Shelton. And we're going to end up capoing this on 3rd fret to kind of match the recording board. We're going to start out on a G major chord. And the way you play G major, first finger goes to A on the 2nd fret, second finger on the low E string 3rd fret, and third finger on the high E string 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now you may also want to think about putting the third finger on the B string 3rd fret, and the pinky on the high E string 3rd fret. That's another way you can play G major through the song. And then from the G, we're going to be going to a D major chord. When we play D major, first finger goes to the G string on the 2nd fret, second finger on the high E 2nd fret, and third finger on the B string 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, it sounds a D major, and it sounds really, really happy. Now, while you're on Ds in general, it can be kind of cool to lift off the 2nd finger and make that a D suspended 2nd. Or you could even kind of take the pinky and add it in on the high E on the 3rd fret. And on that particular D, actually there's this cool little arpeggio lick where you may want to take the first finger and go to the low E string on the 2nd fret. And if you kind of do that with the second finger on the G string 2nd, third finger on the B string 3rd, pinky on the high E string 3rd, that's something called a D sus/F sharp, which could be kind of cool. And if you lift off the 2nd finger, actually, you can kind of get a little piece of that arpeggio from the beginning. So it starts off with this little broken chord idea where you kind of take the G and do the low E, and then open G, and then 3rd fret on the B, and then you go to the D sus/F sharp for a low E, but then leave open G, and then 3rd fret on the B, and then from there, then we go to a C major chord. When we play C major, first finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret, and third finger on the A string 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And you hear this cool little piece of the arpeggio where you play low E, and then open G, and then pat to 1st fret on the B. But there's a couple other places you may want to play C through the song. And you may want to, while you're on C's in general, actually it can be kind of cool to lift off the first finger and make that a C major 7, or you can take the pinky and go to the B string 3rd fret and make that a C major 9, or another way to play C major 9 is to do first finger on the D string 2nd fret, second finger on the A string 3rd fret, third finger on the B string 3rd, and the pinky on the high E string 3rd fret. You can kind of work C major 9 that way. And then from the C, we go back to kind of that D sus/F sharp idea. So it's kind of that G, D/F sharp, C, D/F sharp. It's kind of the chords going on, but you may want to gravitate towards kind of that broken chord idea and kind of have that low E 3rd, O3, and the 2, O3, and the O, O1, and back to 2, O3. And you can just cover just those notes if you're kind of digging on that too. Now, strumming wise through the song though, you may want to gravitate towards kind of an 8 down idea, and actually just kind of throw that out there because that can be kind of a cool way to kind of make it kind of sneaky through the song, through the intro. Or a lot of times what I like to do is I'll use something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the G and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, which would be a really slow pace for the song. So we'd have the G, down, up, down, D or D sus/F sharp, C, D/F sharp. What it really kind of feels like through the song though is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're kind of dividing that beat into 2 parts with our down, down, up, up, down. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that foot tap into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns to work with is long down, 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 up, up, down, down, up, down. And what I mean by that is if you take the G and do it down for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you're doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you're doing it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the third beat, you're doing it up on 2, down on 3. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, you're going down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, down. So all together, you got down, 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 up. Through that intro progression. We have G, down, down, up, little punctuation where like on that last D, you may want to do kind of a down, 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 and then kind of hit a C chord, kind of after 6 downs actually, kind of that D, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, to kind of help lead into the chorus part. You'll actually kind of hear that push on the D chord, actually the 4th D chord in the chorus, and then we'll basically be repeating those parts until we get to our bridge part. And on our bridge part, we kind of start out with kind of a G to kind of set us up, and then we go to an E minor chord. When we play E minor, first finger goes to A on the 2nd fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. Now, while you're on the E minor, you may want to think about adding in the 3rd finger on the B string 3rd, pinky on the high E string 3rd, and if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor 7, so you want to think about that for the E minor chord. And then from the E minor, we go to C, and then we go to kind of 2 Ds at the end of the bridge, and then we kind of hit a solo that's back into kind of our intro progression. Now the weird part is, to play along with Blake Shelton though, instead of starting on a G chord, he's starting on a B flat major chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 3rd fret, then now your G is really a B flat major, your D is really an F major chord, and your C is really an E flat major chord, and your E minor is really a G minor chord. But to take it from the very beginning, you may want to kind of work just that intro lick. Actually, it could be kind of a cool way to kind of kick things off with this tune, just kind of working that little piece of the arpeggio, kind of breaking up the chords a little bit that way. Or you could work the downs through that part, kind of G, D slash F sharp, C, D slash F sharp. Or you could do the down, down, up, and then you have the G, down, up, down, D slash F sharp, C, D slash F sharp. Or if you're digging on the 16th pattern, you have the G, D slash F sharp, C, D slash F sharp. And then from there, then we go into our first verse, which is that same progression. So we kind of keep that going, and you could work that any of those ways we were talking about, or it could be even kind of cool to kind of switch between them if you wanted to. Kind of a cool way to kind of work it too. And then on the last D chord, we got the D slash F sharp, C, and then we got that D slash F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's kind of that punctuation on that last D chord. And then we go into our chorus part. So we got kind of our G, D, C, and then you kind of hear that same D push to the C chord. So you can make that part of the strum pattern if you wanted to. D, C, D, and then from there, then we go into kind of an intro turn. Now, something else I think about adding to the song though is bass notes, and a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, you could throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the G, you'd have low E for the bass. On the D, you'd have the D for the bass. And on the D slash F sharp, you'd have low E for the bass. And on the C chord, you could work the A string for the bass, but if you wanted to kind of match the lick, you could do something called C slash E, where you use the low E string for your bass on the C chord. So we tried that intro return with kind of a bass down, up, down, up. We'd have G with low E bass, down, up, down, D slash F sharp, low E bass, C with low E bass, D slash F sharp. Or if you're digging on the 16th pattern, you could add basses to that and make it kind of a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So we tried it that way through the next verse. We'd have this G, D slash F sharp, C slash E, that going, we'd have our G, D, C, kind of that deep G, D, C, D. Right after that last chorus, then we go to kind of a G chord to kind of set up for our bridge, and then we got intro part is kind of that kind of working those arpeggios. So we got that 303, 203, 203, and then we kind of have a big G chord, very end. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Doing What She Likes by Blake Shelton. So good luck.